American workers are losing jobs because of a law designed to help the job market. The H-1B visa bill was written in 1990. It lets companies recruit foreign talent for emerging engineering and scientific jobs. But loopholes allow for outsourcing of American jobs to foreign workers, often at lower pay. Bill Whitaker spoke to some Americans displaced by H-1B visa workers for Sunday's 60 Minutes. They say they were asked to train workers who would take their jobs.
It wasn't called training your replacement. It was called knowledge transfer.
Craig D'Angelo worked for Northeast Utilities, now called Eversource, and was one of 220 IT workers replaced by H-1B visa employees. D'Angelo says his replacement, a worker from India, told him he was making half D'Angelo's salary with no benefits.
I didn't get laid off for lack of work. I got laid off because somebody cheaper could do my job.
We met with this group of workers who all had to train replacements. Leo Pereiro had just received high performance reviews from Disney. When he was called into a personnel meeting, he expected a raise and a promotion.
And instead,
I was given the news that in 90 days, my job was over, and I had to train my replacement. Never in my life did I imagine, until this happened at Disney, that I could be sitting at my desk and somebody would be flown in from another country,
right,
sit at my same desk and chair and take over what I was doing. It was the most humiliating and demoralizing thing I've ever gone through in my life.
Bill Whitaker is with us. So how do companies explain this?
Well, the companies will all tell you that this is standard industrial procedure for helping to boost efficiency and lower costs. But I will say in the case of Disney there, CEO Bob Iger did say that having his employees train their replacements was a mistake, and that he feels sorry for that and he apologized for that. But those employees, most of them were still out of work.
Yeah. I mean, how has the H-1B visa program changed? Is it being misused?
It was put in place to help American companies get the best global talent. Right. You know, to be able to bring somebody from a foreign country if you couldn't find that employee here in the U.S. But there are loopholes in the law that allow the companies to go out and get someone who's not especially a special engineer or employee, but someone who's cheaper. And so you're able to bring in these foreign workers who are here primarily because they cost less than the Americans.
But I love the phrase knowledge transfer, Bill. I think that's
How about that?
Yeah,
great euphemism, huh?
Very good euphemism. Are there any plans to close the loopholes
in Congress?
Well, there are a number of bills being discussed in Congress. One in the Senate is a little further along than the others, but so far, no movement on that.
Is there one country in particular where most of these H-1B visas are granted? Most
of the H-1B visa workers are coming from India. And I would just like to say 70%. And I just would like to say that over the past few weeks, we've had a number of violent incidents with Americans shooting Indian workers. One was killed and saying, "Get out of our country, stop taking our jobs," that sort of thing. The Indian workers will tell you that when they were recruited, they thought they were these special employees. They were coming over here to fill jobs that nobody else could fill. They had no idea that they were coming over to be cheap labor. And to a man and woman, the American workers we talk to say they have no animosity towards the Indian workers. They feel that they are being exploited by the system just as the American workers are.
This will be a good story, Bill. Thank you.
Very good story. May I just say, channeling my inner Bill Whitaker, I look very forward to seeing your report on Sunday on 60 Minutes. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you, Gayle.
We were talking before you came out here, Bill, saying, weren't we, Charlie?
Yes, we were.
Weren't we, Charles, saying we're really looking forward to you?
We had the same observation, didn't we?
Yes, we did. We look forward to you joining us.
And I love joining you guys in the morning. So
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
We should note you can see Bill's full report on H-1B visas. That's on 60 Minutes Sunday night, right here on CBS.